Hey guys, Don Chazzy here with another University Cooking episode, and today we are cooking a simple apple crumble. What you need is, this ingredient is for the crumble part. 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of sugar, 100 grams of flour with a pinch of salt, and 100 grams of ground almonds. And now for the actual apple part of the crumble. And you will need for that about a teaspoonful of ground cinnamon, 50 grams of raisins, 75 grams of butter, 3 chopped up, decored and skinned Cox apples. A Cox apple looks like this, about that big, completely green, basically a cooking apple. For the crumble, you want to put your flour in, the butter, and 100 grams of almonds. Now what you want to do is you want to scrunch it all up together, mixing it all up, scrunching the butter together. It's probably a good idea if you let the butter soften at room temperature for a little while. Rubbing it together, making sure that everything is moulded together, making a crumbly type consistency out of it. Now that the crumble has reached a sort of crumbly consistency, you can put that to one side into the refrigerator. Hi guys, Don Chazzy here again. I had a slight mistake in the apple crumble where I actually pressed the record button and it stopped it from recording instead of recording at the beginning of creating the apple saute. So what you want to do is you want to melt the butter in the pan and then add all the apples on top, and then the video will carry on. Sorry about that. Once the apples have become fluffy, slightly soft and spongy and full of, starting to fall apart a little bit, about 2 minutes, you want to add the raisins, 50 grams, teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix it all together, and you want to cook it for about 3 minutes. Now you want to preheat your oven to about 200 degrees. Be sure not to have it on too high heat because you don't want to dry it all out. Now, after 3 minutes of just cooking the apples and the cinnamon and the raisins on a slightly low heat, they start to become quite mushy, looking like this. Now what you want to do is take it off the heat. Once it's off the heat, you want to pour it into the oven-proof dish that you're going to cook it in. Now just spread it all out. Don't squish it down too much, just sort of evenly spread it all over the dish, nice and easy. Now that we've spread the apple crumble mix around the dish, you want to get the actual crumble mix and just crumble it all over. If you want, you can also sprinkle a few raisins on top of the crumble. It's entirely up to you, it's up to preference. And just a small sprinkle of sugar on top. Now that the apple crumble is ready to go in, looking beautiful, you can put it into the oven at 200 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes until the crumble's gone golden brown and it's bubbling. Okay, after about 20 minutes of cooking, a little longer than recommended, the top's browned off, the raisins have puffed up like mad, which I didn't think they would, which is quite interesting. Now it looks like olives. And that's apple crumble done. Really easy, simple, took less than half an hour to make. Serves 6 people, cost less than £5. That's University Cooking for you. Tune in next week for another episode of University Cooking. I'm Don Chazzy. Bye!